Hello everyone, good day and welcome back to this new live session of AxelTech on Air. Today I am here with Enrico Vaccari, our head of sales department.
Ciao Simona.
Hi Enrico.
Welcome everybody.
So thank you for being with us today. I'm very excited this session because we are finally going to introduce our new radio automation named XRadio. Some of you guys already saw some preview here and then in the last year exhibitions, but finally it is ready to go and to be spread through the world. So Enrico, first of all, I would like to recall to our audience that we already had a very well-known product, a very well-known radio automation named DJ Pro. But this process of this new development started from, let's say, the heritage of DJ Pro.
Of course.
But then how it worked and what are the new features that we introduced in XRadio?
Essentially, the development is the continuation of the DJ Pro suite, as we said, and of course, which has started something like 30 years back, 30 years ago. And according to, and thanks to the thousands of licenses installed all over the world, the feedback and the experience we collected, we developed this new major upgrade, which I would say essentially really improved and renewed completely the user experience. And the real scope is to make the software, the entire suite, much more ease of use, speeding up the access and the reach of all the tools and features, simplifying the entire workflow. The suite, the radio automation suite, it's a composition, audio library and management, and so now the workflow has been extremely simplified, preserving features, functionality, and let's say the completeness of the entire product, and also giving a lot of benefit in terms of installations and training, since everything has been speeded up and allow any, let's say, resellers or even customers to install it and understand the majority of the software by itself without the need of advanced training.
Okay, so let's go and dive in a little bit in the module organization of the software. Okay, first of all, there is an on-air, so XRadio on-air and XRadio core. Right. The core has been the, let's say, is the engine of the software, so it's also the module where we act more deep, so it is a totally renew and brand new module.
Correct.
Can you please just give us a quick introduction, so an overview of what it is included in XRadio Core and what are for you the most important features?
So the XRadio Core is essentially the part of the software, it's here next to me, where we combine all the what we call the production tools, scheduling tools, and media management. So this is the essential pack that is normally installed and available on any workstation of the work group of the suite. And then in addition to the core software package, we have the on-air. Of course, it's also, the two can be purchased independently, but can be also purchased on our price list as a suite. All of these modules are, let's say, now what we call following the one-click concept, which means to reach your facility, your tools, your functions in a while with as less click as possible.
Can you please show us something in the GUI, just to give an idea?
Yes, of course. So, as said, the user experience, it's among the three main improvements. And here next to me, I have the core interface where the very first, for those that are already familiar with the DJ Pro, they can immediately figure out that it's a brand new environment, where the sidebar on the left, where all the tools are grouped inside of sections that can be exploded or compressed. The same tools can be reached using the bar at the very top, where all of them are listed for easy access to be retrieved immediately and with one click, as said. Then the library has been reorganized in tabs, and again, moving from one category to the other, it's extremely fast and easy with drag and drop features. And then the workspace can be easily adjust, first of all, readjust in terms of size, in terms of window, and it's also based on floating windows that can be rearranged, and all these settings can be user definable. So like, for example, the tab, which one of them we need to show and which must be hidden. And all those settings, again, are related to the user. Following this, there are some very nice improvement in terms of aspect. So as you see here, we can change the skin, and there's a predefined set of skin where every user can adjust it. One of them, the features I like the most is the possibility to adjust in real time. First of all, the fonts, which is something every single user has its own needs, and so I can easily move to a larger font, especially for me. I'm getting old, so preview. This can be rearranged very quickly, and once it's done, I press OK, and so the entire Windows has been rearranged. And then in the lower part, you see the capability to move easily, is here, to a different user, so the logged in user, and also selection of the channel or station, since XRadio is configured same as DJ Pro for multi-user environment or multi-station environment.
So the first feature you would list as very important in terms of improvement would be the customer usability and also customer customization, as we just saw.
What is today called the user experience.
Yes.
So.
Can you name other two main features for you?
Yeah. So next, the other two relevant improvement is about the first, the library, of course. I went quickly through the library, and as said, the tab reorganization, I think it's something extremely useful and attractive. Double click allows you to go immediately to the metadata related to every single item on the playlist. Of course, this window, it depends on the category of audio, if you are accessing to jingles, promo, liner, IDs. And again, the same editor, the editor is also being integrated as in the past. The editor maintains the capability to connect to external editing suites. Then what else? Oh, there's a nice integration for the visual radio. You know, we remember that our VJ Pro, it's integrated with the XRadio as well, and so here we can integrate the link to the video files. So as you see, this area about metadata has been improved, extremely customizable. Now, in the media library also, there are some nice features like the browsing of the archive. Right click, I can decide which column I want to display, which are the data I want to have in my tab. Not only there are quick search, so extremely user-friendly. The browsing of the library, it's now Excel-like. So you don't need to be an expert on the radio automation. Simply, I don't know, I need to search for something love songs. And, the user experience has been, let's say, made Excel-like.
Yes.
So I can also group let's say to really reach any kind of selection and filters.
We can say that, generally speaking, we tried to have a easier product to use for our customers in order also to reduce the training time.
Perfect.
So it is a very intuitive set of tools.
Correct.
And it is really going to require a very, very basic knowledge, let's say, of any other software, I would say.
Let's say the training now, eventually, if required, can be focused on which are the key features that are, strictly related to the capability of managing the radio station, creating playlists, and so on.
And so, what about the third feature?
The third definitely is the section related to the scheduling.
Okay.
So both of going back to the user interface, both music scheduling or playlist scheduling and advertisement scheduling are part of the radio automation suite. And audio automatic scheduling of clocks, the creation of clocks, and the creation of the rules for the automatic generation of the playlist has been reinforced, has been, let's say, improved a lot. So here, this is not my specialties, but I have the possibility to rearrange my setup according to the scope. This is probably the most significant, let's say, screen, which shows now a nice calendar where my weekly playlist is represented. Of course, I can switch from multiple views, let's say a calendar. Not only I can enable and disable details on this calendar. And there's a nice feature that allows to drag and drop any sequence, any clock on top of the playlist, and very quickly you can define how this clock will be scheduled. And then we have rolling clock, we have events, exact date, so capability to repeat a clock according to time, according to the day of the week, and so on. So that part has been developed a lot.
Okay, thank you, Enrico. And I would also like to recall to our audience today that you can use the YouTube chat in order to send us quick questions, and we will be more than glad to reply to you live. And of course, I would also like to recall you to subscribe our YouTube channel. You just have to click on the little bell here above. And in this way, you will always receive the updates about our YouTube channel that we usually update very frequently. So, Enrico, let's switch to the second module, and I believe that our audience is expecting to finally see it too. So on air. What's new?
So the on-air module maintains the same ergonomic, the same ease of use and rapidness. We are live, so that part of the interface is the one where our new development, let's say, intervene, where mainly in the insertion of items into the playlist of songs and any kind of other audio elements. In particular, the song insertion is now made with the same library I showed before. And so here I can have the compact view, or I can expand it for a more, let's say, user-friendly interface. And here, what do we have? Again, capability and possibility to customize the column I want to see. For example, here, now I displayed the last time this item went on air. So if anybody asks live to insert a song, I can immediately figure out if this went on air recently, or I can easily add into the playlist. Or eventually for request, I can select here and I can search for something that went on air on maybe 2016. So double click, and without any click, it just filter and retrieve the selection I made. This can be, now it's a simple request, of course. If I go with love songs, is exactly the same. So as you can see, the interaction and the browsing of my archive, it's extremely fast. Not only, I also have the possibility to go and dig into the data related to this song before I insert it into the playlist. I also have representation of exclusion in terms of month, and when it went on air in previously. So one double click and the clip is on air. Oh, it also notifies me, watch out, this already, this was
already on air.
This has been aired a little earlier, and so you can decide, okay, no, forget about that.
Let's switch.
And that's it. So this part is now extremely powerful, and I think it provides a very nice added value for live shows and present.
Very well. So let's switch to, let's say, the final part, which would be the licensing. I already introduced the organization of the software. So it is based on two modules, the XRadio Core and the XRadio On Air.
Yep.
But the scalability of the new product, how can we use it? How can this be, let's say, tailored over the needs of the customer?
Okay, as before, as DJ Pro, XRadio can be configured in the most compact and simple way, which is a standalone workstation where we definitely have on the same computer, we have the library, the databases, the on-air, and all the tools we presented today. And so it's that's the minimal setup. And of course, this can be scaled up time after time according to the growth and the system, the requirement of the customers, and up to a multi-workstation environment with multiple users. I forgot to show you the new part about the user right management, where we can really give privileges to every single operator, administrator, or operator on air, so, or editors, for example. So the scalability is extremely flexible and can be any kind of any type of software package. The core can be extended according to the numbers of production studio or on-air studio as well. So there's no limit, and it's extremely flexible.
So the scalability is both in terms of users, licensing, and
workstations,
and the multi-channel.
And channel, correct. Multiple stations.
So
this can be scaled up to an environment where we have multiple radio, shared, of course, each one of them with its own independent IDs or liner station IDs. But let's say, it's a network architecture where the limit depend on the infrastructure available at the customer.
Okay, so let me check. We don't have any question coming from our audience, but of course you can always write to our sales@axeltechnology.com mail, and we will be more than happy to reply to all your doubts. And if you need a deep demo, you can always refer to both your sales manager or to the address I just gave you. I would repeat, sales@axeltechnology.com, in order to schedule a deep demo with one of our technicians. Thank you very much, Enrico.
Thank you, Simona.
for being with me today. It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you to our nice audience, and we will see you very soon.
Thank you. Bye.